Middle kick. Okay, so we're gonna do a video on the middle kick, both legs. This video will be the back kick, and the next video will be the front kick with the switch. Okay. Again, all these videos are for beginners that come into my gym and they're just really excited about Muay Thai, and they ask for content to advance themselves quicker through that learning curve. So here it is. Okay. A couple things before we even start the specific technique is that everything starts from here and finishes from here, okay? So don't have your hands down trying to go into a nice looking technique. It's not gonna work. Don't have your feet crossed and crazy stuff like that. Be in a good stance and get ready to execute good technique. Next part would be understanding your points of target, okay? So what I'm hitting is my, metaphorically, my opponent. I'm hitting their lower rib, okay? The lower rib is the easiest one to break, is the easiest one to move, jam, fold. It hurts, disrupts your breathing, makes you tired. It's a good place to hit, and the legs are very strong, so you can do a lot of damage with it. Second thing, the next thing to understand after that is that you're hitting with the center of your tibia, okay? You're not hitting with the inside of your leg, okay? You're hitting with the front, right there, okay? All right, this is where the tibia comes out, sort of like an axe blade, sort of shaped like that, okay? So you have to turn your foot inward, your toe in the direction that you're kicking, so you catch that, the right part of the tibia, okay? So, that being said, let's get into the back kick, okay? So again, right here, okay? Start from the ground, work on lower body stuff first, get to the upper body stuff, okay? Push up the back leg, okay? Push up the back leg. I can't just pick up my leg and kick, and we're all kind of guilty of bad technique, everyone, when we first get started. And that's one of the common things people do. They just stand on one leg, pick that foot up and kick, and you end up slapping their feet and hurting themselves, kicking elbows and different things. And it's not a good technique, okay? So you need to move your hips. You need to slide forward diagonal, okay? So you're 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, this is my 10 o'clock. It's like I'm gonna sprint, like one powerful step sprint, okay, in that direction towards 10 o'clock. And when I do, I'm on my toe, I have a sturdy stop, I'm connected really well by the ball of my foot, my heel is lifted, okay? So that's the push off the back leg, getting me to this point, okay? Once I haul up the handbrakes and I'm stable and the ball of my foot is pushed into the mat and I got some momentum, I'm gonna hike up my knee, okay? The reason why I hike up my knee is because I'm hitting somebody above the waist, above the belt line, okay? I'm hitting him in the body, so I need to bring my knee up above the waist, all right? So push, get up there, stabilize, push, explode, stabilize, lift the knee, and then rotate, okay? All right? So what happens is, in a weird kind of way, okay? Your leg is kind of straight here. You explode outside. You lift up your knee, where it's kind of bent. And then with the rotation, it's whipped out straight again, okay? So that might be something that that might help you break down the process as you're learning this for the first time, okay? So that's the kick, okay? So one thing that you could practice, and it might seem kind of silly, but you're probably gonna do a lot of silly things to get better, little weird movements and stuff as you get into this, okay? You can just push one step, push, and get up on your toes. You see how I get up on my toes? Okay, hands are up, okay? That's probably gonna help you a lot. Let's talk about the upper body handwork, okay? So as my knee hikes up into that kick, I step out and I hike up my knee, okay? As that knee comes up, I'm gonna try to get some more momentum out of my arm, initially my hip, from the rotation, and my arm will swing out, okay? So look at my arm. I keep one hand up, never have two hands down, never get lazy like that, okay? You keep one hand up and you boom, right through, okay? Hitting a target, so that's in the air and circling around and whatever. If you were to hit a bag or hit your pad holder or even sparring, hit your partner, okay? What would happen is you would push out, all the same beautiful stuff, stance, push out, 10 o'clock, lift up your knee, and then I make contact, okay? So look, the knee hikes up and the hand goes down, okay? And once I make contact, I have to return to my stance. I have to protect myself, or I have to be ready to strike again, okay? So hand will come down on the way in and come up as my leg is dropping back down. So those two things work together, right? This is kind of ugly, but I'm just showing you the effect, okay? All right, so here, and then you bring it back, your hands are up again. Okay, speaking about the incorrect way and all the things we all do in the beginning, the nasty looking techniques that we do, okay? Staying on one leg and just kicking like that, okay? Try not to kick with your foot, not even your lower shin, okay? What I found recently is telling the new people to kick with the center of their shin, okay? Right here with the center of their shin. Helps them use their hip properly, okay? When you're doing this, there's no hip. You're just sticking your butt out, and stretching your leg out, and it's an ugly kick. But when you think of your leg as a little bit shorter and you have to hit that same target, what happens is you get the perfect hip movement, okay? So that's been working really well for us over here for a while now. You guys kick with that part of your shin going to the body. You'll have more leverage as it's closer to the joint, and you'll have a better hip rotation, right? So at the end of that, I push up my back leg, I come up on my toes, and I roll my hip starts to roll. At this point, you guys are not even thinking about that, but this is what's happening. Your hip is rolling out, okay? Rolling out, and your knee and your kick comes behind it. All right, so from the top, and I'll change a couple angles, and I guess that's pretty much it for this one. Okay, so I'm here, 10 o'clock, explode out, okay, and throw your kick, bring your hands back up. Do it this way, it would be the same thing, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'm gonna bolt that way, one, throw your kick, and back up to your stance, and that's it, guys, okay? Try to keep all that information in your head. Play this video back and forth if you have to, and kicking in the air helps a lot. Not having any resistance and controlling your body and understanding how it should move and flow through is going to be real good for you. It's been late, I'm teaching classes, and this is the only video I'm going to do right now. I'll do the other leg tomorrow.